Hey guys, it's Erica. I have another 12 by 12 scrapbook layout for you today using the December Patreon kit. This one features Pretty Little Studio. And for this layout, I'm going to make a couple shakers, and I'm going to start the layout by creating these shakers. Super simple. I have these little white frames that I just die cut with some circle dies. And I also cut out a window with the acetate that came in the December kit. I'm just going to adhere these two pieces together and let them dry. I did two of them, and then once they're dry, I'm going to add some foam strips around the back of the cuts. That way my sequins can go inside. I'm just using some sequins from my stash. I believe these ones are from the Stamp Market. And these foam strips that I use, I purchased off of Amazon. I will leave my Amazon shop link down below. I just have some of my Amazon favorites in there. There's crafty favorites, books, kids things, electronics, just random things that I like from Amazon. I have them linked in my Amazon store, and these foam strips are linked in there. They come in a sealable clear pack, and they're really affordable, and I really love them for shakers. So I just used the foam strips around the circle, and then I'm going to add some of these little sequins here from the Stamp Market inside, and then I punched out a piece of vellum with one of my circle punches, and that is how I'm going to close up this little shaker. So I really wanted to use some more of the 4x6 pattern papers in the kit. So I thought it would be fun to use some circle punches and some circle dies to create this layout. And then I thought it would be fun to also include some shakers on the page as well. I really wanted to use the 12 by 12 background that looks like a mixed media background. Everything is already done for you. You could trim it down and mat it if you wanted to, or add some strips to the side, but I left it as is. It already has the pretty splatter. It's got some like text and numbers around the sides, so I think it's perfect. So that is what I'm going to use for my background. And then my photo is also going to be cut out of a circle. So I just love all the circles, and then I'm going to add lots of greenery and stuff like that after I get this other shaker put together. So I'm just going to close up my shaker here with another cut out vellum circle. And then I do have a little bit of the vellum circle kind of hanging over, so I'm just going to take my scissors and trim that up. This layout came together very quickly. You'll notice that the video is only like 12 minutes long. It is sped up, but it didn't take me time at all to get this layout done. I think the thing that took the longest was just die cutting the circles, and that didn't take, or punching the circles out, and that didn't even take very long. So here I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this and realize that my tape runner has run out. So I'm going to get another one and refill it. I have 3 photos that I have punched out of 3 different size circles of Liam and Grant. I printed them out in black and white, and now that I think of it, I could have left them in color because Liam had a red sweater, and I think it would have looked really cute. But anyway, I did them in black and white, and I cut them out of 3 different size paper punches, and then I die cut some circles with some stitching with some dies from Echo Park. Some of them I layered up behind the photos and then popped them up on foam adhesive. And then I'm going to get them placed down on my layout. So this circle here that I'm working on, one of those circles is actually a circle from Pink Fresh Studio, and I'll leave the set link down below, and it has a really pretty trim around it that it cuts out of the pattern paper. It's kind of hard to see, but it's really pretty. So I will leave those dies linked down below. It's one of their essential dies that they have. So I'm going to try to figure out how I want this layout to go, and I kind of just want some, the circles just kind of laid out, and then I'm going to add some floral and greenery. This green one I'm going to pop up the most, the smallest green one, and I just used some leftover pop-up, like the circle dots. It's just the backing. I make sure to use all of that up because it's foam adhesive and there's no reason why you can't use it. So I use that on the back of that turquoise greeny circle. Got them laid out how I want them. Now I'm going to start to move around with the embellishments and kind of lay those out. I have this title that says "'Tis the Season" that I know I want to place over here towards the left. And then I still have some bigger greenery from the die cut pack that I want to use. So I'm going to just kind of tuck these in around the layout. So I'll have some over here up to the left, the right bottom corner, and then over by the smaller green one as well. I'll get those all placed around the page, and I still have some that are cut up from previous layouts that are going to work great just to kind of tuck in here and there just to kind of fill it out. And then I have some pine cones left that I'm also going to use and get those on my page. I'm going to cut up some more of the greenery. And then I'm also going to cut up some hearts. I punch out some hearts with my little Stampin' Up punch, and then I go in with another Martha Stewart punch that makes like little confetti hearts for some smaller hearts, and I'll get those stuck down to my page as well. I'm going to start to adhere everything down with my wet glue. And then also for the shakers, there was nothing on the shaker, so I decided to punch out and layer some hearts. And I'm going to do one of the hearts in the blue with the white polka dot, and then another one with one of the pattern papers from the 4x6 paper pad. Then I'm just going to adhere them together with my Heidi Swap mini stapler. I just love the staple on there. It just adds another texture. You could also use a sewing machine. If you had a sewing machine to add some stitching, I think that would be really cute too. I love creating layouts that have circles, stars, hearts, all kinds of shapes. So this was really, really fun. If you don't have a like electronic die cutter, it's really fun to bring out your punches or your steel dies and use those on your scrapbook layouts. Layer up some circles, have some circle photos. It's just a lot of fun and a really fun way to create a page. So if you do have some of these punches and dies in your stash, I challenge you to get those out and create a page with one of the Patreon kits. I'm going to take this title piece and just pop it up on some foam adhesive. I'm going to double up on the foam adhesive so it's raised up higher than the photos. And again, I'm using that foam, those thin foam strips that I get from Amazon. They're really, really affordable. They're just perfect, and I really, really like them. So if you're interested, make sure you guys check those out because you get a lot in a pack and they will last you for a long time. And they work really good for shakers. So I'm just going to get the adhesive on the back of this cut file. I have it doubled up on the left, and then on the right, I just have it single layer of it so it can lay over the photo. And then I have some punched hearts right here, and I'm going to go back and change those out for some smaller ones using this punch right here. I've had this Martha Stewart punch forever, and it just punches out some like tiny confetti hearts. And I'm going to sprinkle some of these around the page. I should have brought this out sooner, and then I could have put them in with the shaker as well. I think that would have been really cute as well. So I'm just going to get those glued down with some wet adhesive around the page. I am going to take that 12x12 pattern paper that has all the words on it. I'm going to cut out some more of those words. I did that on the previous layout as well, and add those to the layout. I think I do 3 different ones. One at the top says memories, one says be merry, and one says holly jolly. So I'm going to use 2 of them on the little shaker circles along with the heart embellishment that I'll make here in a minute. And then I'm going to add some greenery to that as well, just to give those circles, the shaker circles, a little something so they're not so plain looking. Right there, I just added the little Be Merry that I cut from that 12x12 paper, and I added a little banner ends to that. So here are the hearts, and then I'm going to take this stapler and staple them together. I just think that looks really, really cute. And then embellish these 2 shaker windows. It's really fun to add shakers to your layout. Gonna get that stuck down, and these did not want to stick because the staple. I should have used like a glue dot instead, but they eventually did dry and they worked out great. So adding the shaker is really fun. If you have not done a shaker yet, they are super simple. Start with a simple shape like a circle. Use that acetate that comes in the December kit. Fill it with either some sequins or some beads, or you can even cut up some confetti with some paper and close it up with either a piece of cardstock, a piece of vellum, or another piece of acetate, and add it to your page. I think some heart shakers would look really cute on this page as well. Just going to cut up a few more words. So this is the third layout with this kit, and I have another one to share with you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these layouts. And if you are creating with the December Patreon kit, I would love to see what you create, and make sure that you either tag me or upload it in the Patreon Facebook group. Any of the kits at any time, or if you guys are working with the Patreon sketch, you don't have to use one of the kits for the Patreon sketch. You can use anything for that Patreon sketch or the Patreon cut files. Make sure that you're sharing that in the group. I would love to see it. At the end of the video, you will see some close-ups of this layout, and I will also share it in the Facebook group. Let me know what you think down below of the layout. Leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like working with punches and dies as much as I do, and if you have created a shaker element on your page before. I know I've seen some of you do shakers, but I would love to know how the rest of you, if you've done shakers on your pages as well. So just getting things stuck down, adding some greenery to those little shaker windows, cutting up some of the branches because some of them are kind of big. That way they're tucked in there. And then getting them stuck down with some adhesive. And I really like the way that they look better now that they have a little bit of embellishment going on. Going to add another little heart. I'm going to punch out here with this ticket down here at this bottom right corner. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this layout. If you create a layout off of this design, please tag me. I would love to see it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys really soon. I have some still shots really quick, some freeze frames. There's a little shaker. Super cute. All right, guys, I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.